I would say we just get in. Arabian Malians. What? Japanese? Man, Vinchester is so weird. Vinchester has the weirdest picks. I don't understand. Japanese? Okay, Vinchester in the purple. He always likes to play in purple. And Villese obviously playing as Malians. Like, straight up, Malians should just be way better until, like, post-Imperial Age. So, I don't know. That's just super weird. Can you fix the colors? What do you mean fix the colors? Is there something wrong with them? What's his plan for Forelegs then? Huns? Question mark? I don't know. Interested. He likes to go for his unorthodox strategies and civilizations. Going for a pre-mill drush with the Japanese. You can get that really fast. Ooh, Villese is eating the town center. What? Scout survived. That's a little bit fortunate for him. He should have lost that potentially. But yeah, he's going for the super fast barracks. You get it even faster with Japanese because the lumber camp only costing 50 wood. Villese, however, also has he has Malians, which have a wood discount, so he's also in a fairly good situation. He will lose one villager though. Ooh. Vinchester took more damage than he should have there, but I mean, I guess. Oh! 2 villagers down for Villese. Villese lost a second villager. Oh, so Villese lost another villager to the boar while dealing with that. Okay, Vinchester is in a. Vinchester is in a. Oh, the villager! No, stop chasing, man. He got away. Relax. Okay, this has been a disaster of a Dark Age for Villese so far. He almost lost the scout to the town center. He's lost 1 villager to the scout of Villese, and he lost 1 villager to the boar as well. Obviously, Vinchester doesn't know about the boar. So he doesn't know how rough the Dark Age has been for Villese, but yeah. So it's going to be a drush war pretty much. Villese will have 3 though, against 2 potentially of Vinchester. But it looks like they're just going to do like a just passing here. We'll see if Vinchester goes, or Villese goes back upon seeing the militia. Yes, he does. So again, this is insane value for Vinchester because Vinchester invested to 2 militia only, and Villese has invested into 3, and he sends all the 3 militia back to deal with these. And you can see Vinchester is not going to make the 3rd one either. He just wanted to do 2 militia, and he got away with it, and he's forcing all the 3 militia of Vinchester to be idle, pretty much, or chasing him. So this is a fantastic start for Vinchester here in the purple. Doing loom now as well, so it looks like he wants to go up to the next stage quite fast. Villese obviously being super far away from that. If he force drops off food, he would have been ready to click up, but he queues up 1 more villager. And it's gonna probably advance after this villager. Purple and blue confusing. Let's make Vinchester red then. I usually like to have people be their color because it gives them, there's some identity to their color. But yeah, if people are having issues with seeing it, then by all means. Okay, militia coming in here. There's loom for Vinchester. He's adding another. Oh, Vinchester might want to do. Did another militia now in response to this. He might even do more and get men at arms upon hitting fuel age. He's gonna have a time window there where he can do a lot of work. Villese still in the Dark Age. Might even be thinking about a fast castle based on how he's walling. He has 2 lumber camps, safe gold in the back. And yeah, nicely walled there for Villese, so he might be considering a fast castle. We did see a 4th militia from Vinchester, so he's gonna go apply the pressure and ignore the militia coming in. Now this could be good for Villese because he is fully walled at home. And he's the one who has the potential to do some damage with his militia. So this could easily suddenly turn out quite nicely for Villese. Villese. Nice quick walls here by Vinch. Doing a range as well. If Villese can jump on this, that would have been really good for him. Don't think he is aware of it though. Yeah, he now sees it, but yeah, Vinchester already quick walled, so he should be completely fine here. But still, this will delay the range a little bit, and that's obviously good for him. Man armor upgrade. See if he lets it finish. Then Yeah, he will let it finish. Villese will have to react quite fast here because the main armor upgrade is gonna come in. And that gate goes down super fast once this main arms. Look how fast that goes down now. Oh, Villese has to be quick here. It's still open. Okay, he manages to get it down, so good on him. Range is up as well. Archer production has begun. I don't think Villese can go for the fast castle. I simply don't think his economy is good enough to pull that off right now. Let's see what he does. Tandoori Knight, I don't know what you're talking about. I fall off chair in shock. Ooh, okay, so Villese just escapes. Nice move there. Just get out of there because those it will be so annoying to just repair that forever. Nice move. Quite a stable game here, both sides. Vinchester has a slight lead, 2 villagers advantage roughly, and tech advantage for the time being, but by no means is Villese out of it. Yeah, he cannot go for a fast cast. He only has 6 on food right now, and even the berry villagers have to repair the mill. This should be a feudal age transition for Villese, as the archers are coming in now for Vinchester as well. It's going to be great pressure here, and he might even be able to take out the mill. Or very likely he should. Don't see a second building yet. No eco upgrades. Wait, is Villese trying to go fast castle? No, he changed his mind. So he's doing the double range. Meaning he should be forced into few ledge upgrades, bit axe, horse color. And good thing for him as well with this is that archer being picked up by the town center. That's sloppy by Vinchester. But the mill got extra HP upon hitting feudal age. That buys Villese some extra time as well. I'm not sure if there was no villager kills here for Villa, but the militia were probably a bit annoying on the berries. So we see some low, 2 very low HP villagers here. Okay, I'd say Villese is dealing nicely with this, but Vinchester is looking towards Castle Age. Already 500 food in the bank, and he has 17 villagers collecting food. Villa only has 6, so Vinchester is about to have a way faster castle age time compared to Villese here. Yeah, Vinchester is playing greedy right now, but I think it's actually a really good move. He knows the damage. Well, he doesn't know the 2 villages down, but he knows the damage and pressure he put on, and he knows the reaction, which was double range blacksmith. So he can expect this to not be a fast castle from Villa, which means that he can probably get away with his own fast castle. The Only Shepherd, thank you very much for the 11 months. CJ, the Path Guy, thanks for the 3 months. Knäckebröd, syltetøy og brunost. Yes, sir. So Vinchester, he still has... Okay, he's putting those low HP villas on the farms. Good move. Don't want to have them out and exposed. Trying to finish up the walls. This is still a small gap here or here to be covered, as both of them are moving out with their armies. Villa coming from the top side, 4 archers, 3 skirms. Vinchester coming on the bottom, 4 men arms, 3 archers. But yeah, still no fletching from Vinchester, just coming in now. But look at the food count for Villese. He has 100 food in the bank. It's gonna be really hard for him to survive past the early couple of minutes of Castle Age. I'm here because of reports of doubt quickwalling. Can anyone confirm? That doesn't sound right. Has to be lies. Fabricated lies. Vinchester only has 5 villagers on gold. That is very low. Like, you cannot really produce much with just 5 vills on gold. There's 2 mining camps though, so I guess 5 vills are efficient. But still, that's still also sticking with 1 range. Switching to skirms now. And doing a stable. Man, Vinchester is such a weird player. Such a weird player. Picks up another vill here, nicely done. Now he's doing armor? What is... Crossbow, 1 knight. Second stable? I'm very confused about Vinchester's approach to early castlage. It's definitely an odd one. Could definitely catch people off guard. So I mean, in some ways, can be good. But yeah, I think Villa just like realized he had such a poor Dark Age, and it would be a really uphill battle for him to try and come back from here. So I think it was a justified resign by him. I don't think it was like an early quit or anything. There would have been 3-4 minutes, probably like 4 minutes of him fighting against castless units when you're already behind. I think it was a justified resign from Villese. Oh, okay, works. Finally. Took some time, but we got it. We got it in. So this is Nomad. We have a deeper fish. The better fish seems to be on the left side. We have the dock from both players going up on the right side. Usually when the docks are closed, that's usually favorable for the non-Spanish player. So that's a good good sign for Villese. Looking at the bottom side, we can see as well the town center is very close to each other, both putting a TC on the gold as well. And Villa actually getting his town center up almost faster than Spanish, so Villa should be off to a great start here. He already has a fishing ship out because he's Persians. So that's a great start for Villese here. So we're gonna have to look at stone now, and stone very nice and safe for Vinchester, and we might see some towers or castle drop happening. Seems logical and likely at this point. And considering how close they are, castle in this range would be massive damage. Let me fix the colors again. Oh, they can both be blue. No color issues here. No, if you have like issues with colors, just make them both blue. Is this confusing? Oh, the blue player is being killed by the blue town center? Oh, the blue player killed the blue player's villager. Ay. That's a disaster for Villa. Okay, let me... Villa did lose one villager, so that's kind of negating the opening advantage you kind of have with Malian, with Persians. So now we're entering more similar of a start or opening for both players. Loom coming in for Vinchester here. Rhino there is probably what Villa is going for. Rhino here for Vinchester as well. Does he see it though is the question. He does see it, so he should take it quite fast because Villese could in theory steal it, but obviously Villese doesn't know about it himself. But yeah, confirmation that they are very close to each other. Vinchester will know as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that changes their approach. Do they try to go castlage rather? Does Spanish still try to go for the fast castle drop? A lot of decisions that have to be made has to be made from both players now. But even after losing a villager, Villa is still 2 villagers more. So he doesn't have villas less. So imagine if he didn't lose that villager, he would have been miles away ahead in the start. You know what? Villa? Oh, there's a spider moving on my wall. Oh, monk ass. Villa is a guy that also does douches sometimes, right? Maybe he will actually go for a douche. Well, I would love to see it. Speed up to real time. It should be real time already. Yeah, I'm real time. This is real time. One Hera or Tato? Tato won yesterday and Hera won today. I don't know. Both won. The Rhino killed a villager. Nope, that's not true. He lost the villager to the town center. Yeah, Nomad is a bit of a slow start in it. Interesting lumber camp, nice and safe, close and tidy. I would probably try to make it there instead to give a little bit of more of a distance to the town center. But okay, whatever floats your boat. Villa looks like he's approaching, clicking to food ledge as well. 400 food in the bank, just need 100 more. Doing loom, and then I assume he will try to get up. It should be a very fast up time, only 9 minutes. Then he can start applying pressure on the water. He sees the house here, right? So with that in mind, it's safe to assume that there might be a dock from Vinchester up here. So that's a great spot for Villa to be. Oh, he's douching! Yes! Let's go! He's douching! You know what he's gonna do? He's douching and he's gonna do feud ledge. He's gonna click feud ledge after the TC is up. So he will spend the douche time going to the feud ledge. It's a really solid strategy actually. It can be legit good. So he's gonna douche and he's gonna be faster to feud ledge compared to Vinchester. There we go. Feud ledge is on the way. The douche is happening. Vinchester has to react. And viable strat. This is legit a good strategy. So he'll be faster to feud ledge, meaning he could get a fire ship out there and take the water as well. Gonna find the dock now with this villager. He might wall in the villager and kill it, or just wall it in and trap it. I think Villese is in a great position, funnily enough. Doesn't look like Vinchester also wants to keep this alive to go to the feud ledge. Looks like he will just sacrifice the town center and probably relocate. Because he is not showing any signs of going to feud ledge yet, nor repairing it. And there we go. Villager trapped. Nice move by Villa. This is great. This is obviously really fun to watch, and it's right now it's looking like it's very likely to work as well. Does a blacksmith and fleshing make sense? Not really. You need to invest your resources elsewhere. And keep in mind, even behind this, Villa is also collecting resources with the fishing ships, right? That's why this is so much more powerful than Nomad, is that you still have that economy working in the background. And yeah, like Vinchester is Dark Age, guys. Vinchester is Dark Age. Villa just hit feud ledge, and he has destroyed the town center of Vinchester. Isn't that insane? That he hits his feud ledge, and he just destroyed the TC of Vinchester. And Vinchester is Dark Age. It's insane. Galley is on the way as well to snipe the fish of Vinchester here. Now TC goes up on stone, so that's obviously good for Vinch. He can take stone and get to probably work on that fast castle and castle drop. Now don't get me wrong, Spanish are still going to be super scary here. If the conks get out on the field, it's still going to be very tough for Villa. But the douche did serve its purpose so far. Question would just be if he can react in time to make sure he can respond to the castle drop from Vinchester that will come eventually. Vinchester already has 600 food in the bank, so castle edge seems likely, but he is of course missing the buildings, and he doesn't have gold income at the moment. And speaking of gold income, there is no way for him to get gold income. This is the closest safe gold. This one is another one. Obviously he cannot go for this gold. That looks quite rough for Vinchester here. Why wall? Villese can just transport. At least then you force an investment, right? You don't want to spend 120. Is it 120? 125? 120 wood on a transport ship. It's expensive. You don't want to do that. So at least force a reaction, right? Yeah, Vinchester has 900 food in the bank, pretty much. So the castle age is going to be easy, right? You just drop a market, blacksmith, sell some resources, go up to the castle age, and take it from there. All the fish is running around. He sends a villager, he wants to make a new dock. Makes sense. Villese with a second dock. I don't really like this one though, it's a bit too close to the other one. See what resources he chooses to sell. He might have to sell 100 stone here. So 100 food probably. Yeah, food and stone. And he's up to the castle age. So castle drop is going to happen. Conquistadors are going to be out on the map. The issue with the douche strategy that he's going for is obviously that he's going to be late to the castle age. And that can be a big issue. If you compare this to the game without Hero earlier, the difference was that Doubt's fish was exploding. But that's only a six fishing ship, so his fish isn't really that far ahead. And also, there's a dock here coming up from Vinchester, so he might be able to get fish income going here. The Pawner, thanks for 29 months. The real Pequod, thanks for the Prime, 3 months there. Don't think he can deny this. Nope, indeed. Sold another 100 stone for a fire galley. Question would be if he can... He cannot keep selling stone, right? Because he needs the stone for a castle. The thing is, the castle, if that castle drop happens here, bye-bye TC, and he can also take gold income. So a castle drop has to go up here. LEM with the Prime, thank you very much. Witzard with the Prime. Joni Sack with the Prime. Combozom with 9 months. Thank you very kindly. Legion of Loom, thank you for the 8 months. Villa is on the way to the castle age though, so he's still in a good economic spot. He just has to find a way to react now to the castle and conquistadors that are going to come out from Vinchester any second now. And that's where the problems lie ahead. Vinchester will also have some fish now running for him, which is quite nice for him. But yeah, castle up coming here on the front, securing the gold income and also targeting the town center of Villa. And he's making it on the face with 10 villagers. There is no way for Villa to deny this. And barracks coming up now. Villa is going to have to relocate his town center again. He doesn't have stone. He's going to have to... Yeah, he already bought 100 stone. Because he knows what's happening here. This is such a weird game. Buying stone for a tower would not have worked because it's Spanish villagers. And the Spanish villagers are kind of guaranteed to get the tower up, no matter how fast you get your own tower up. Villa a little bit sloppy there. Shouldn't have lost the villager to the castle fire, but he did. He's now in the fire stable coming up, so probably some camel. Look how open he is, though. Holy. One conquistador or two here is going to cause so many issues for Villese. It's the fire galley from Villa as well on this side. Good reaction by Vinchester. I am surprised that Vinchester is not already sending conks out. He can do so much damage with just 2 conks. Why is he keeping them inside? Okay, there we go. 2 conks coming out. He's also winning the fire war on the side. And here we go. There is 1 camel out. That's probably gonna have to release it, yeah. 1 villager down. He's probably gonna go back and group up. 1 more hit will kill the... Oh, we did lose 1. The TC fire actually doing work. 1 camel down though, but this is the issue. Vinchester is fine trading this, like just making sure the camel numbers don't grow. You always have more potential with the numbers once conquistadors are out there. Monk out though will help a lot in trying to get some conversions as well. And oh, nice. For Villese here, he managed to lure that fire galley away, meaning Vinchester is down 2 fishing ships only, and only 1 of them actively working. Four conks now. This is a scary number. Conversion trying to come in immediately. Doesn't get it. But Vinchester, I think he's a bit passive with his conks here. It's also taking stone with 7 villagers still, meaning that it's likely that we'll have a second castle drop as a follow-up. Snipes the monks and gets out of there into the castle range. Great move by Vinchester. Don't think he should lose. Okay, he loses 1 conk, but he kills 2 camels very likely. Okay, 1 monk and 1 camel. Still getting the value he needs. And the issue for Villese is going to be the second castle drop that is coming here. That's going to be the problem here. Gonna be a second castle there, maybe even there, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see how Villa can respond to this. 440 stone in the bank. Villa wants to do another town center. I'm not sure where exactly. They bought another 100 stone. Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable in Villa's shoes here at all. Just feels way more comfortable to be the Conquistador player in this spot. The Big East, thank you for the 3 months. Jimbo Jones, thank you for the Prime. Ooh, no hit. Oh, gets the conversion though. Good stuff from Villese. Hey guys, where do we think the castle drop is gonna happen now? Ideally, this tree isn't there. So I would say even there could be an option. Also, one castle there would be insane because that's also on top of all the production. Either way, second castle drop is gonna be big trouble for Villese. Oh boy, here we go. Bill's just dropping off the stone, going forward. Does he go for the production? Or does he go for the... Okay. Something in between, and... Oh boy. Villese, how do you deal with this? How many villagers is this? This is 36 villagers having to reposition. One for TC on the left side. I just don't see... Oh, nice in and out for Vinchester. Now is going to dive on the monks. Nice micro by Villese at the same time though. But yeah, the conks have reached the scary numbers. Ooh. Oh, nice micro by both players so far. But yeah, castle is up. I don't see a way out here for Villese. It's going to be double castle production of conks now. And there's going to be so many idle villagers. He has to run with every single villager down here. And the other town center is under fire by the castle even. He commits now. Vinchester gets one pick off too. What? There wasn't a single conversion. You hate to see it. The RNG coming into play here. So 2 conks for 3 camels and 3 monks. Insane value for Vinchester. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Villese call it. It's just in such an awkward position here. Yeah, he knows that as well. It's going to be really hard for him to ever compete with the mobility and power of these conquistadors. So safe play now if you're Vinchester is maybe like drop a town center yourself, get 2 TC production going while putting pressure with the conks. That's kind of the safe approach. Whether that's what Villese will do, Vinchester will do, it's a different story. He's also going to see the gold income now from Villese, and yeah, I think this is the moment where Villese is just going to be like, nah, this isn't going to work, and maybe call the GG. The conquistadors are just so dominant on short distance situations like this. And you know what? 450 stone in the bank. There's gonna be a third castle drop. And trust me, this location here does not seem safe. One monk inside, tries to switches the conversion, very nicely done, but still doesn't get it. Yeah, Villese might try to buy this time until he has still nice fish going, right? And he has more eco population. But the situation is still so hard to recover. I think the third castle might be the nail in the coffin here. Once that becomes a reality. I'm not sure why Vinchester is leaving this location. This is the only situation, like this is the only gold income Villese has. I'm not sure why Vinchester is leaving that. Yeah, Vinchester just bought stone, and there you have it. Third castle coming in, and how does Villese ever stop this? This will be the nail in the coffin. Villese will call GG after this. There's no hope for him after this castle goes up. He's trying to make his counter castle, right? He doesn't have a market though. He doesn't have a oh, he does have a market, yeah. So he could have bought 200 stone and tried to compete. I don't think he can even buy 200 stone. So yeah, that was rough. Third castle was nail in the coffin, and it just again shows how powerful conquistadors are on these like close maps with exposed and spread economy. Why wouldn't Vinch go skirm instead of monks? Well, Vinchester is making conquistadors, so I don't see why he should go for skirms. Villese, however, skirmishes are simply too expensive, and you need numbers of them to make them actually counter the conquistadors. And even then, it's really hard to get good trades. You need all the upgrades, you need ballistics, you need elite skirmisher. It's just real difficult. Newbie does. Nah, my wrist is still like I'm giving it time now. I want to get to the statistics. Oh, there we go. KD quite heavy in favor of Vinchester, 29 to 12. Economy, Villese has more, except for Golden Stone. And obviously we had the fun opening though with Villese going for a douche, right? Douche into Fuel Age. Interesting strategy. Did not work out though in the end for him, but it was still fun to watch. Right, so we're into 4 lakes. Villese has a big Civ advantage in theory here with Lithuanians against Huns, but Vinchester has made it work so far with his weird Civ picks. Well, Japanese was weird, Spanish wasn't weird. And we can see Villese going for the Lithuanian opening, where you, since you start with 150 food extra, you can just go for full wood, make a dock, and get that fishing ship out so much faster than any other Civ. So you want to do a lumber camp next. Here we go, lumber camp coming in, and then the dock will come in soon as well. And Vinchester going for Huns. Huns are really good Civ here. You can go for the fish boom and then into the cow watcher play. That's really powerful. We'll see how Vinchester decides to approach this. Keeps 5 on food and then switches to wood. See if he goes for another village of wood or on food now. So he's doing 5 on food, then starting to put villages on wood, and he's luring deer at the same time. So he's going for a tight build, you can say. Why does the scoreboard say Villese 1 Civ in your overlay? Oh, in my overlay? Probably copy pasted it wrong. Oh, what do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Huns should be okay now. I remember Huns being played on this map during NAC. Yeah, Huns are really good still on this map, don't get me wrong. But Lithuanians are just so much better. Was Lithuanians even a Civ during NAC back then? Where 4 legs was popular or cross was being played in NAC? Yeah, I know in the other overlay, you're talking about this overlay, right? I don't see what you mean by Villese 1 Civ. I just see Villese. I'm confused. In NAC 3 it was. Yeah, but in NAC 3 we probably saw Lithuanians on this map though, right? Yeah, you can see already is a dock up. The fishing ship is going to be out before... Oops. Before Vinchester even drops his first dock. Villese already has a fishing ship. And that is why Lithuanians are insane on this map. And maybe there was some bug there earlier, Chapter Burger. But it's fixed now anyway, in that case. Yeah, that just shows how sick and insane the Lithuanians are on this map. He's going to have 2 fishing ships before the dock is even up. And that is that's an insane eco boost for the early game compared to your opponent. Beautiful dock from Vinchester, indeed. 2 short fish are right on top. Villese had a similar dock earlier. Not Villese, Hera, where the 2 fish was pretty much right connecting with the dock, and that's obviously maximum value. So really nice. How can Lithuanians do that? Lithuanians start with 150 food extra compared to every other civilization. So that is how they do it. Because that means you can produce 3 extra villagers without taking any food. So you can open with a lumber camp and wood choppers instead of collecting food. And that obviously translates into faster wood income, faster dock, faster fishing ships. We'll win the Euros. Is it coming home? Oh, I need to send in my tip. Did I already start? Okay, 9. Good. Then I can send in my result for today. Italy, Spain. I think there will be a... It will be a 1-1. I think England are looking good. But I think Italy as well look really solid. We'll have to see how Spain do now against Italy today. I think Jordan, I read Jordan in chat. I think we're very likely to see England in the final. Denmark have been great so far, but I don't think they can beat England. And yeah, so England versus Italy or Spain. I think Italy. I'm gonna call it here. I think Italy will win. Villese on the way to the feudal age, really fast uptime. He's sending another villager to make a dock in the bottom corner, walling up his base at the same time. Is this gonna be a barracks? Is he trying to go a little bit for everything? No, it's just a house. So focus is still on water. 4 fishing ships. He's stopped on 4 for now. Vinchester has 4 as well. Vinchester doing loom and about to click up himself. And 4 villagers doing a barracks. He's going forward. 4 villagers building a barracks like this usually means that he's going to build a barracks, start producing militia, and the villagers are going to go forward. We're going to see a very aggressive approach from Vinchester in this game. The issue with going aggressive against Lithuanians is that Lithuanians are always going to have a great economy behind this. And Villa is also walling up his whole base, meaning he will have a lot of time to respond to the aggression coming in and make the correct adjustments. And by the way, this villager was not going to the bottom corner to make a dock. He's actually going all the way over to Vinchester's base, and he hasn't run into a single wolf yet, so that's very convenient for him. There'll be a dock coming up here, and he's going to make some fires or galleys in the pond of Vinchester. And that's going to be the perfect counterplay to the aggression of Vinchester. Vinchester going from the arms forward, not committing heavy on water, then losing your 5 fishing ships and your pond is massive. I would say this is looking really good for Villese based on the opening so far. I'm Danish, there's something odd going on here. Atmosphere, like... something odd, but 100% legal going on. An atmosphere, I think the Danes are going to surprise a lot of people. Someone asked me in my Discord, who do I think will be the surprise at the tournament? I said Denmark would be the surprise of the tournament. So I think I'm doing good on that prediction. Looks like Villa might just have to sacrifice this woman for the greater good. This house is also super low HP, 26, 19 HP. Villese is giving up this house, doing a gate instead. But this house also super low HP. Ooh, tight reaction from Villese so far. But the gate, quite low HP still, but he should be able to get that up. Blacksmith as well as an opening. The tower is up, range is coming up as well. Villa needs to react to this ASAP. Pull those villagers away, but he has to dock up and a fire galley on the way, so... So far so good. He dealt well. He lost 1 villager, but he has dealt well with the pressure so far. Still has 2 cows and 1 sheep alive as well to collect food from. And even 122 food on this cow. There's still so much food left for Villese. Villese can probably just wall up and go to the castle age as well. Looks like Vinchester is thinking in that direction as well, towards castle age. But obviously there's a dock here. And Vinchester has spotted this and reacted with a second dock. I like this a lot because it's like either you lose the fish now, or you have a little bit of a strong reaction to make sure you also get your food income stabilized. So I think this is a really good reaction by Vinchester. Tower being forced now for Villa as well. It's definitely not comfortable for Villa, even though he still has access to all his resources that he needs. House looks like he will be fine. Tower will go up, and this Vinchester will have to abandon this area. Range coming up here for Villa, so we'll probably react with some skirmishers, I would guess. Maybe some archers. How are your preparations for the chess tournament going so far? I haven't prepared anything. Whoa, this is sloppy by Vinch. Losing 1 archer, 1 scout for free. And might lose another 2 archers and 1 scout for free. That's very sloppy by Vinchester. Obviously, he might be busy dealing with things over here at the same time. Did kill the villager of Villese, but lost a villager himself in return. Well, so far, still a fairly equal game. But now Vinchester only has 4 on food. He only has the fishing ships on food. 5 idols in the wood line. That's been a gather point that hasn't been touched for a while. We'll see if this one goes there as well. Not it. So I guess this tower is to compete with the oh, he lost the tower! He lost the tower to the... because there's 4 villagers garrisoned. Meaning he took out the tower before it even got up. Oof, that's a rough one. Very, very nice kill there for Villese, naturally. That was a 125 stone and 150 wood right down the drain. I'm surprised by that tower though. It would have made more sense to go for the more forward pressure here, right? But yeah, 3 skirms now out for Villese. Being able to pick up the archers. Most of them anyway. And the scout here picking off the villager. Very good reactions from Villese so far. And he's still looking very good for taking the game. But the thing is, Vinchester is not far from Castle Age himself. And when he gets to the Castle Age, you're going to see cav archers roam the field. And however, cav archers, the counter to cav archers are skirmishers, and Lithuanians have the best skirmishers in the game in terms of movement speed, so they're really fast and can compete quite nicely with the cav archers. Vil has 20 vils or 20 units on food, but the still castage time has been quite delayed. He's doing a market now though, so I'll probably buy 200 food and click up. Dock coming up from Vinchester in the bottom corner. Villese taking the top corner. I think they will click Castle Age roughly the same time. Here we go. Castle Age for Villese. Do it up after this villager. Castle Age for Vinchester. Clicking as we speak. 2 seconds. 1 second. No. It's identical, right? No, Vinchester is 1 second faster. What makes them the strongest skirms? Okay, so I have to rephrase that. They're not the strongest. No, they are the strongest skirms in Castle Age. Because they move faster. So they have the best stats out of any skirmisher in Castle Age. However, hitting Imperial Age, there will be better skirms in the Imperial Age skirmisher. You have the Atlatl skirmisher of Aztecs. Potentially the Minor skirmisher. I'm not really sure how good that is. But for dealing with cav archers, Lithuanian skirms are really good because of the faster movement speed. Because the biggest issue with cav archers is the mobility, and yeah, skirms really help with that. I'm seeing though forging and armor for Ville on the cavalry, so that leads me to believe that he's going to go for like a double stable follow-up, meaning there's more potential for the cav archers. Oh, he has a sneaky stable in the back. And Vinchester has no idea. That's a beautiful play right there. It's gonna be knights. Like, Villese is gonna hit Castle Age, and knights are gonna spawn in the base of Vinchester. Vinchester is like preparing ranges and everything to go cav archers. He's about to have knights spawn literally inside his base. It's not like the knights are coming from across the map. No, they are coming right into his base from here. That's like, it's like, how many tiles is that? Like 12, 13 tiles from the town center? Oh, will he see it now? This villager? Nope. Oh, it's gonna be so brutal. This is looking really, really good for Villese. So we have the cav archer production only from one range so far. University even coming in, but yeah, knight already. That's so fast, man. You just hit Castle Age and there's already a knight in your base. That's just causing so many issues. Rushing up a TC in reaction now. Probably a good reaction. The position is a bit awkward, but it is a good reaction. Second TC coming from Ville as well. Yeah, look at the knights just spawning inside his base. Insane value here. How many villas is that? That's 5 villagers or economy units down now for Vinchester. Now, Vinchester is still dealing nicely with this. He has the cav archers out. He does have Bodkin Arrow. And he has the numbers to deal with this. The gold income has been halted though. So the production is going to be struggling a little bit, suffering a little bit. And ballistics, for example, is going to be delayed. But still, he has the numbers to be fine. He got 6 cav archers on the field. But he's still somewhat okay. Monastery coming from Villese. You want to pick up those relics with Lithuanians because you do get those, that juicy extra attack upon getting the relics in. And Villese also reacting with a fire galley on the bottom side. Wants to take care of the fish. And he will probably do so. Now, issue with cow archers is you need the masses, you need the numbers to be able to deal with knights. What's happening now is that he's chasing and dealing with one knight on the top side, meaning 3 knights are coming in on the bottom. And it's not like he can split like 4 cow archers on the bottom, 4 on the top, because then the knights win the fight. So it's still very close game for sure. But at the same time, as long as Vinchester doesn't lose cow archer numbers, he will still be in a comfortable situation in terms of the long game. Here we have the fire galley in the bottom. Very nice move by Villese. We can see Villese also has some skirms still on the field. He might be thinking about playing knights, elite skirmishers, +2 armor on the way. I think both players are kind of okay with their situation. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out in the long term now. Vinchester also did university so fast because he wanted that ballistics early, but the early raids from Villese made ballistics impossible that early on. Griffin Feathers, thank you for the sub, welcome to the channel. Sir Primal, thanks for 8 months, thanks for good games. Well, I'm just casting. The players are playing the good games. But I'm glad you enjoy it. Z911 Empire, thank you for the 7 months. Dupedonger, thanks for 13 months. 2Cop, thank you for the 2 months. Moss Cox with 25, thank you very much. So, I mean, Vinchester obviously has great micro, he's shown that time and time again. Ballistics finally on the way. Villese has a really healthy food eco though, over 25 Vils/Fishing Ship on food. So his production is going to be really good throughout the whole thing. 3rd TC for him as well. Well, couch is starting to show their value. Still obviously missing ballistics, which is unfortunate. Oh, the monk even survived. That was a dive that Vinchester probably couldn't afford. He's lost 1 cow archer. Well, killed 3 knights in return, so still very good micro by Vinchester. Vinchester wants to go for a castle drop. This is so ballsy considering the circumstances. He doesn't have the masses where he wins the straight up fight, right? So going for a castle drop just like this is... That's big balls right there. But he did some great micro. He does have numbers now, but still, it's just... This doesn't feel like a normal time for you to drop a castle. Because you're still in the phase where you guys are kind of trading equally military, right? And then just going for a castle on the face. I like the position as well. It will kind of put the pressure on this area. You can kind of work on the monastery from here as well. And then also take stone himself once this castle is up. So this is definitely putting a lot of pressure on Villese. No reaction so far. There's one relic in the monastery, meaning he has +2 attack on those knights as well. Picking off the monk. Yeah, great micro by Vinchester so far. He is behind 16 economic units though. And his own eco is not looking too great. The fish is getting lower as well in the pond. But cow archers are very easy to produce and very easy to utilize in the game. Elite Skirmisher is in now for Villese, so he's doing the right counters. He just needs the +2 armor and the skirmishes will trade quite nicely. Tarkins might legit be a good option here. Hussar Tarkin could be an insane composition here for Vinchester. Vinchester is taking the fight because he sees there is no armor upgrades on these skirms. So he can still trade nicely against the skirms. Yeah, this is why Huns are so difficult to play against. They're just so smooth to play. You just mass cow archers and you just micro. And behind it you're never housed because you start with 200 population. And you just have so much potential with those things in mind. The smoothness of playing Huns is just so different compared to other civilizations. Especially the part of never being housed. Look at this. I mean, this is the thing, right? He is multi-queuing and macroing, right? But his focus is all on the micro. So his economy does suffer a little bit based on that. But yeah, he's still taking the efficient trades. There's 2 ranges now, so elite skirmisher production from 2 ranges. Villa really needs the +2 armor though. That's the key thing missing for him now. To have these skirms be an actual counter. So 300 stone in the bank for Vinchester. He's getting ready for a second castle drop. I would assume that either tries to push it inside the base, or he just goes up here and does it like towards the monastery region of Villa. The Villa still trading well with the knights. He's gonna have +4 knights. There's 3 relics in the monastery, plus 4 knights, or attack on the knights, and elite skirmishers. I think Villese is still in a comfortable spot. He might be ready to do a counter castle as well, defensive castle in reaction. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes from here. I also still think that if Vinchester mixed in... Oh, he has a Tarkin in the castle. If he mixed in like 5-6 Tarkans with his army, with +1 armor, that could be really good. I'm looking at the eco upgrades though. We have Bowsaw, Horse Collar for Villese. Vinchester only has double bit X still. There's no Bowsaw, there's no Horse Collar, there's no Wheelbarrow. So the economy upgrades are quite brutal there. Nice sneak in here with 2 couches from Vinchester. As Villese is diving on the villagers of Vinchester under the castle. The issue with this is the castle also has ballistics. This is essentially donating all your knights for free. With the mangonel out as well, it's going to be hard for him to combat. Like the mangonel will trade well against the skirms, obviously. So that's just adding another problem here for Villese. As Vinchester trying to figure out where to drop the castle. Where is the decision? The castle here will be insane because it hits all the production buildings of Villese. Going back for the time being though. Nicely done by Villese so far to deal with this. Indecision from Vinchester here, as Villese suddenly is the one dropping a castle on the hill, making sure he takes control of this crucial area where his monastery is and all the stables and ranges of himself as well. This is kind of where Vinchester wanted to drop his castle. But now, perfect reaction from Villese doing his own castle there, and Vinchester will have to change his decision here. If Vinchester would go down here with Cavachers, that is 19 villagers. Super exposed and easy to pick off. What are you doing, Vinchester? This is never gonna work! He's going for a counter castle when the castle is already 60% on the way. And the worst part is, Vinchester has a worse army. This reaction makes no sense at this point. Oh, and he cleans up the whole army and Vinchester calls the GG just like that. We had a counter raid happening as well on the right side with some knights cleaning up some villagers of Vinchester, and yeah, really calm, solid reaction from Villese here. This could easily have spiked completely out of control. But calm, collected reaction from Villese. He's able to take the win with Lithuanians against Huns here. I think Vinchester tried to force it a little bit too much as well, right? He just got 2 mangonels more on the field and then went for the push. It would have been better for him probably. But yeah, just really solid reactions overall for how do I get the statistic? There we go. For Villese. Yeah, that's like, it's like a super tight game for the whole game, and then just like 10 seconds goes and the game is over. It's quite insane how quickly things like that can change. The cheeky forward stable from Villese was great though. I think that the fact that he got this stable up and got those knights spawning inside the base of Vinchester just slowed down the cavalry production so much. I think it was a really good move by Villese. How long do you plan on resting? I will see how it feels. But like I've said a few times now already, I think it's not unlikely that I don't play a single game with my right hand until my tournament. There's a chance. You think the fish meta needs to be re-examined? Watching tournaments, most of the time the player that transitions away from water sooner to land eco ends up with a better position. I don't think it has to be re-examined. I think what's great about hybrid maps is that you often see so many different approaches, and both approaches can be rewarding in its own way. Why is this down here, by the way? Is there a way to get rid of that? Like the number is down here. Does anyone know why they are there? Reflaunting. Is that the refresh rate of the monitor? F10. Oh yeah, thank you. So we have. Did you guys say laming? Oh. That's 8 water buffaloes. 9. That's more than you're supposed to have, I think. So it looks like Vinchester got some buffaloes from Villese. No, he did not. Okay, never mind. There's no laming going on. So, yeah, we have Byzantine is Celts. Celts is an interesting pick here. For me, it feels like Vinchester wants to play like man-at-arms forward. That's type of kind of his play style. Villese kind of wants to play a solid, have good options for every stage of the game, even on water. So, yeah, we're gonna have to see. Vinchester might run into a TC here. 2 rhinos on the front though. Let's see if Vinchester goes for it. I think laming is allowed in this tournament. He hasn't looked... Okay, now he sees it. I think we're gonna see a lame happen, boys. We are about to see a lame. There we go. 2 hits on the rhino. And he's bringing the rhino over across the map. You see on the minimap here, we can see Vilese's scout is reacting to this. Going up now, he's gonna try and interfere with the lame. Question is if it will be in time. I think that he's going the wrong path. Okay, he switched to the right path, so he will be able to see this coming. The issue is that it's already so close to the town center of Vinchester that it might be too little too late. He's trying to block the rhino, but yeah, even if he blocks the rhino, I think Vinchester just sends a villager. And if the rhino somehow stops, the villager will be able to bring it anyway. Dock coming up now from Vinchester as well, and yeah, Vinchester gets the lame. Good job. Oh, the rhino! Oh, the rhino stopped. If Vinchester, oh, Villese, Villese is now stealing a rhino. Vinchester could go and react to this, as he did a nice job there saving that rhino. But yeah, it looks. Oh no, Villese failed the rhino as well. No, no, it's just one other hit. It's gonna go back. No, Villese, disaster for Villese here. He didn't hit. You always need to hit. You always have to hit the rhino twice. And then you somehow have to keep it like within vision to make it matter. Nice reaction here by Villese, forcing the scout fight with the villager involved. There's a fishing ship on the way for both players. I didn't watch. Let's go back quickly here. I want to see what he did wrong there. It's the beauty of the capture rate. So he hits twice. So why did it fail? I think he went too far. Yeah, that feels unfair. I feel like that shouldn't have happened. I feel like he didn't go. It wasn't that far to the point where the rhino should have stopped. I feel a bit bad for Villese there. That should not have gone back, in my opinion. Eco KD. Vinchester lost a villager. Did you lose a villager to the rhino? Don't see a body anywhere. That would be my guess. I don't really want to go back in time again, but let's do it. Wait, where did the villager die? Is it this? I want to see where the villager died. I assume it's going to be this villager. Stop. No. Oh, he's the low HP woman. No. They're so smart. These rhinos these days. But he sniped the one low HP villager under the TC. That's unfortunate, but it happens. Vinchester did pick up Vilese's scout. And both of them are on the way to the feudal age. And we're going to have to see how they play it from there. Villese just going for full walls. Securing his base nicely. Putting 4 villas on gold. Only 1 dock on the map. And Vinchester not really committing on anything himself. This is a bit of a weird wall. Look, you can just wall there to the edge of the map. But okay. Going for gold as well as Vinchester. He's also walled off his whole left side. Yeah, both of them just fully wall on their maps. Are they both just playing water here? Feels like they both might just be playing water map, like water approach. Why do you not have GIF emotes yet? Dave already does. He's a better streamer than you. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really... I know that they made GIFs available now. I'm gonna have to check it out. There is another dock coming up from Villese. Another dock coming up from Vinchester. So it looks like we're just gonna have water play, and Byzantines generally better there because their fire ships or fire galleys will shoot faster. Hello Sans Oil. Not much, we're just casting some games. This will be the last thing I do on the stream though. The set between Villese and Vinchester. I think Tato is playing as Yo in the Collection Cup at the same time right now. That's also would obviously have been a great set, but I think they started a bit too late for me to feel good about casting that. This is super annoying though. This scout is doing so much damage to these that if just one galley or something comes in there, you could probably clean up all these. 8 HP now on this one. Frames though, fire galleys and demo rafts from Vinchester, full fire galley from Villese. And both pairs are just going full water with the land approach behind. So we're gonna have a bit of a slow game here. Fire galleys though definitely favors Byzantines because they do fire faster. I think it's 20% faster. Do you know when Max and Lear will place? I do not know. If I will cast it will depend. Don't think I will. But I know Collection Cup concludes this coming weekend, by the way. So I definitely will cast some of the stuff on the weekend. Like, depending on the matches and when they start, I will for sure cast for, this weekend. Not all that fat, thank you for the 10 months for the Prime. Knut Under Fire, thanks for the Prime as well. ASC Maquet, thanks for the 8 months. It is for the next month, Vivi. It is for the next month, Vivi. Confusing. I like to move here, bring the villager out to help repair out on the map. Makes it easier to micro. Market coming in. I'm a bit confused about these playstyles. Both of them just going 2 dock water without any land units at all. Demo coming in, bada boom. Decent micro from both pairs. Another demo coming in here. Ooh, looks like we'll get a decent hit, indeed. Yeah. Whoa. Balls efficient ship. Villese diving very deep now, but he does have the Byzantine fire ship, so he can kind of afford it, or justify it rather. Yeah, they're so low HP, these fire gals as well. Demo popping though, they're waiting to try and get a good hit. He did get a good hit, so he waited for them to be in the middle. But still, not gonna be enough. And Villese will probably come out victorious of the water play here. Villese, Vinchester is using the market a little bit here. He already got 500 food in the bank. Looks like Castlage won't be too far away. There's a barracks from Vinchester, but he never made a second building. It's a bit odd. I'm not sure how the follow-up is going to be. Sending a villager out now. Maybe he wants to sneak a villager for a forward. Maybe not. The lefty and Taro's feudal boy. We'll see. Okay, there goes the villager. I assume this is a sneak to go forward, but then again, it's a 17 HP villager. Okay, now it's going back again. Okay, this is weird. But Vinchester is going to be close to clicking up. Villese is not too far away as well. Just going to have to see if they... Oh, there's the 2 villagers. I'm blind. And 2 villagers going forward. So probably have some siege. Maybe Huang style type of pressure from the side. Some knights, some siege. 799 food. Feels bad, man. There we go. Cast Lake queued up. Villese is not going to be far away though. And he's going to have the water. You could easily respond with some monk defense, I reckon. But yeah, we'll see. Yes, Vinchester did lose a villager to a boar. And of course now we lost all the fire fishing ships as well. Castlage, 30-second advantage for Vinchester, and it's gonna the game is gonna depend a lot on what value he gets from here. There's a stable forward. Upon hitting Castlage, we're probably going to see Sealbrook Shop, maybe Monastery. And pressure is going to be on. Villese ideally probably wants to drop 2 TCs in his base immediately, like a TC here, maybe a TC there, maybe a TC here, just to have some safety, but he will also have to respond with what I expect to be just like double monastery. You consider monk as military. It is a friendly military. Peaceful military. Yes. Stable forward in the middle for Villese. It's good for him because he can also respond with some camels. What? Second barracks forward? And he makes a scout? Oh, you know what? He left a gap here. There's a 4-tile gap here. Meaning there could be spearmen denied as well. Is this on a pikeman siege push, or is it just to like deny knight? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Yes, 6 on gold, which is not a lot. Let's see Villese. Immediate TC on this on the front there. Monastery immediately as well. I think Villese is setting himself nicely up to be able to defend a forward here. Making some knights on the front as well. And you know what? This is open. Knights could run straight into the economy and cause havoc in Vinchester's base. And I do expect that. This is such a unnecessary opening though, right? So easy to plug. And knights could just run straight in. And Vinchester will have nothing to defend at home. And there we go. First knight just running straight in. And yeah, Vinchester now is going to have to deal. It's going to make a lot of... It's going to have to deal... Oh, it's good reaction so far. TC. Yeah, it's going to have to make a lot of quick balls now. This is like... This is not what you want when you're trying to do forward pressure yourself. Just such an awkward situation now for Vinchester. And this is all caused by 1 and 2 knights just running in through a single tile gap. That is so unnecessary as well. Not on the right side as well now. And now Villese knows about the forward happening as well, obviously. So he will have time to respond. And yeah, these knights are just... They're just getting insane value right now. And Villese is just in a fantastic situation right now. This is a complete disaster for Vinchester. So avoidable as well. So avoidable. And they're kind of trapped. Oh, were kind of trapped. Vinchester will have to win the game with the pressure he's doing right now. But Villese could also respond with maybe redemption monks. There we go, 2 monks ready already. 1 conversion, and the knights can now dive on the mangonels. And there is no monks for Vinchester in return. Yeah, all knights are converted. You know what? This game is over. That's it. That's all you needed. The pressure has been shut down, just like that. And you caused a lot of economic damage to your opponent. And you have full map control with the water. You have all the gold control in the center. And that's it. That's how big a simple mistake as 1 tile gap can be on your economy. Now, Vinchester should obviously not resign. He still has the opportunity to make some pressure happen with the forward. But it looks like he's just giving up on it. That was just instantly shut down by Villese, who's now in a fantastic spot. Vinchester reacting with a 3rd TC, so he will try to boom his way back into this game, but there's already a 20 villager lead for Villese. So we have a comeback on our hands, and it's going to be 2-2 very soon, and it's going to be the ace game, which will happen on Hideout, where Villese has Burgundians and Vinchester has Franks. Very strange, but okay. Yeah, Mangonel being picked off as well. Just bring back the knights, or pick up the villagers, then go back and heal. Could have probably killed the pikeman first, and then went back. But this works as well. The unfortunate part about this is that Vinchester is booming, meaning he's going to spend a couple of minutes now getting economy. Meaning he will not resign. Meaning we're going to have to watch both players boom. What we can hope is that Villese will do some sort of fast Imperial Age play and just kill Vinchester. But it's very likely that we're just gonna watch, like I said, both players booming and just waiting for Villese to get to Imperial Age and then kill Vinchester. Like way slower than we would like. Because this game is, I'm sorry to say, this game is 100% over. He did Redemption as well, so he might just convert all these buildings, right? Yeah, it's gonna force Vinchester to delete his whole forward. And if he deletes these buildings, yeah, then Villese will just convert the houses. And he's gonna get value either way. Yeah, there we go, stable gone, he's gonna delete the houses, and after that Villese will just pick up a relic. And you know what? 20 population, if he deletes the houses, he might get population capped. Well, he's gonna be that anyway, right? Because the houses will switch color to blue. Potentially. He's building a house himself, so he should be fine. There we go, one house gone.
Presto.
2 houses gone. Not converting these though. Okay, what I like to see here is that Villese is very close to Imperial Age. It's gonna go for a forward castle, it's gonna click to the Imperial Age, and we can just hope that Vinchester resigns when Villese hits Imperial Age. Because right now this game, like I said, hype caster, super over, there is no chance Vinchester can ever win this game. So we want Vinchester to resign as soon as possible. So we're happy to see Villese going to Imperial Age, we're happy to see him coming forward. We're hoping he drops a very forward castle in the face. Like, I want this tree to be chopped and then drop a castle there if possible. Just like, get out of my face. Get out of my game, castle. Oh wait, he did convert the 3rd house. No, wait, what? It's blue when you select it, and it's blue on the minimap, but it shows red. What happens here if I switch color? When I put Villese POV, okay, I just switched to Villese point of view and it turned blue. Okay, that's interesting. Fixed. Okay, quite a safe castle from Villese actually. Bit disappointing. We would like to just finish the game. But okay. Going for the safe approach. Either way, it doesn't matter. He's going to be imp before Vinchester is even close. Vinchester is booming 20 villagers behind and he's still in castle age. It's you cannot fault him for trying, obviously, but game is completely over. Does your top 5 arena civs video also apply to hideout? No. Someone asked me earlier if I'm going to train with my teammates for Masters of Arena 6. No. I don't think anyone is training for Masters of Arena. Maybe the arena clowns. I don't think any random map players will train for Massive Arena 6. Arena is like, it's a map you don't really have to train for, I think. Training will surely help. I don't think the RM players will want to train Arena. It's not the most entertaining map to play, and training Arena just sounds like a bit of a drag. Yes! Vinchester resigned! Thank you. Alright, statistics. KD way better for Villese. Economy way better for Villese. Yeah, I mean, they both went for very similar approaches, and Villese just won the water with a better civilization. And then those 2 knights that snuck into the economy of Vinchester just shut down everything. Vinchester was forced to drop a TC, he got a lot of idle time, and the pressure that he wanted to put up on the front suffered a lot due to that. So, yeah, well done to Villese. Vinchester went for a risky approach, didn't work out. And we are now in a decided game. It's 2-2 between these 2 great players. Near Everest, that's kind of the approach I'm going for with that event. I want it to be just like a no holds barred. Pick your map, pick your civs, play the best civs. There is no civ ban, there is no civ snipe. You're allowed to play your best civs. You can prepare your best civs for the maps, you can prepare counter picks. There is no snipes or bans that messes up with your preparation. The maps are fairly straightforward, classic maps. So it's pretty much a no holds barred and just like go at it kind of tournament. And it's all happening in 1 weekend as well. So that's kind of what I'm... it's the type of tournament I want to play. So I was fortunate enough to bring the idea to Microsoft and have them agree. So I'm happy about that, and hopefully people will enjoy the tournament as well. You guys like the snow? Can I deactivate snow? Or are you fine with the snow? I don't mind snow personally. I know a lot of people hate it. Graphics. Don't see snow thing here. Yeah, well, let's leave it. Let's leave it. So, Franks and Burgundians, they're actually spawning very close to each other, so I wouldn't rule out some castle age pressure. Oh! This woodline here serves as a wall. So if Villese walls this, the whole side is kind of walled. That's quite nice for him if he wants to just do boom and play it defensively. A bit of a slow start though in hideouts, but it's what it is. No holes barred is such a WWE term. Yeah, that's where I have it from. What does Liquipedia say? Viper's out of tournament? Because Viper's out of tournament. How is this going to play out? I don't really know, right? With Vinchester, it's really hard to predict how games will play out, but I would not be surprised to see Vinchester even go for castle, like feudal age pressure. It would not surprise me to see Men-at-Arms opening, Men-at-Arms towers forward from Vinchester. I would not be surprised to see that. I think Villese wants to just go to the castle age, right? Doing double bid-axe immediately, which you can do as Burgundians. I think Villese just wants to make this an economic game, have the game drag on. I think Villese has the ultimate composition to win against, or to beat Franks. Hand cannoneers with extra damage output, you have bomber cannons, and you can make halberdier. So halberdier hand cannoneer should be like the best composition here to deal with whatever Franks has. So I think for Villese, the longer the game goes, the better for him. But then again, Villese also likes to do things like Coastelier. So he might even do like stable into Coastelier approach, things like that. So there's a lot of options for both players. I think that's exciting. So we're just going to have to wait and see how they decide to approach it. 4 on wood though for Vinchester kind of implies that he wants to go to the castle edge himself. So maybe fast castle is on the cards for both players here. Good start for Villese. Gets the 1 hit off on the scout. You should follow Facebook and stuff and drop the. What do you mean? Yeah, relic spawns are ridiculously bad for Vinchester. There's one in like the far right corner. And Villese has 3 relics right around his base. And kind of a like fair middle relic for both players. But even this one is probably better for Villese. So very good relic spawn for him. Being Burgundians, relics are also very good. From TheViper to Viper. No, I'm TheViper. What the hell? When was it ever the Facebook? Was it called the Facebook? You're kidding. Really? Okay. I didn't know that. Wow. Weird. Alright. But no, I cannot drop the Viper. I'm the Viper, man. You know, just make me Viper. That's kind of lame. Just to be a Viper, you know? I want to be the Viper. But yeah, peaceful hideout game. Villese wants to go for the wall off here. Sending a villager, is he? No villager moving yet. I think the way Vinchester is scouting here makes me think he wants to do things. He's sticking around in this area with the scout. He's not like going the whole way around. He's scouting this area again. Which makes me think he might want to try and do some cast stage pressure. Facebook is a social networking service launched as TheFacebook on February 4th, 2004. Okay. Interesting. Horse color coming in as well now in the dark gauge, getting those farms going with horse color. Obviously very nice for Villese. The wall is coming up as well. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see, honestly, how they decide to play it in Castle Age. Because nothing is gonna happen in Feudal Age. We'll see if a barracks comes up in the dark gauge. That means that they might do like a stable. They want to compete for relics with scouts. Maybe Vinchester wants to go knight, siege, monk pressure. Going to the Feudal Age at the same time. No barracks so far. Both them moving to gold. Usual stuff. I think Vinchester will do castle pressure, but obviously it will be down the road. I think he will maybe do 2 or 3 TCs. He'll make some knights, mangonels, and start putting pressure, and then follow up with castle drops. That would be the way I would think he would play that if he did. But I think Villese will also go very fast on stone, and he will have a castle, like be ready to drop a castle in defense if the pressure comes in. Justin Timberlake told him to remove the... True. There's the barracks from Vinchester, so he wants to drop that stable. What's the name of the movie again? Social Network? Is that the name of the Facebook movie? I think so. Do you think there will be an honor cut? No. Was that even in the movie? That he told him to drop the Facebook? The Social Network. Oh, I didn't know that. I've watched the movie twice, I think. So, yeah, I didn't know. Stable, blacksmith. Villese just going for the market, blacksmith. So Vinchester definitely looking to get some units on the field, whether that is in order to collect relics, or if it is in order to apply pressure, is yet to be discovered. But we'll find out soon enough. Not sure here what's happening here. Oh yeah, Vinchester has more HP on his scout now, true. See his Franks, he gets extra 20% HP on the cavalry units in the Feudal Age, or starting from the Feudal Age. So the scouts are now better for Vinchester. I would think everyone in chat knows this. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. This is probably fine for Villese, right? He just wants to lower the HP enough that a villager probably can come in. There you go, a villager coming in. And Vinchester will have to abandon. Oh, nice micro though by Vinch. Drop the V. Just Facebook. It's cleaner. Nice. Alright, another scout being added. Still no villager going forward, so... This right now looks like arena approach, where you just get some scouts and knights on the field, collect relics, and boom it out. But, yeah, Villese reacting... That's a really nice move. Just get the scout out in this area, see if there's any aggression coming your way, and react accordingly. Even a third scout out, so this one is also on the top side here. Yeah, you can see Bosa and Heavy Plow are both already done for Villese. And he's going to be able to drop 2 town centers right away. So Villese's economy is going to be crazy good really fast. And yes, the relic spawn is really unfair for Vinchester. We have pointed that out, but it is what it is. You should not base your game around relics no matter what. So this isn't, to me, this is an indicator. Vinchester dropping a TC on stone. To me, that's an indicator that he wants to, down the road, start with those castle drops, you know? 3 TCs for both players. Villese also doing a TC on stone, which to me is an indicator that he wants to be able to take stone, to drop more TCs, and do a castle drop in defense, should there be aggression. Vinchester also doing a monastery, so he wants to pick up those relics. The scouts will at least give him the security somewhat over the relics, so I think Vinchester will still be able to get 3 or 4 relics, even though the spawn is quite unfair. Buying another 100 stone to do a 4th TC right away. Vilese's economy is gonna be insane. Is Flemish Revolution allowed in tournaments? Yes. Ranks 3 heavy plow, underrated. +1 carry means they get a little food boost with the shoot. Yeah, the heavy plow is really good eco bonus for sure. He sent a villager to wall here. Did he lose that villager? No, he sent it back. He saw the scout and sent it back. So this wall will actually be opened by Vinchester. See if he decides to do anything. Oh, we might even go for the far relic immediately, right? So you might take this opportunity to open the wall and go for this relic right away. Protecting the relic on the top as well. You know what? Villese doesn't care though, right? Villese is not planning to win this with relics. He's planning to do probably Flemish Revolution. You know what? You ain't need no relics for that. So yeah. Let's see if Vinchester. If he's greedy, he goes for this relic first. If he's playing safe, he goes for this relic first. And he's greedy, which is the right approach in my opinion at this point. 7 more villagers, wheelbarrow coming in. What's about your gaming career? What about it? It's a good one, right? Techo AOC, thanks for 8 months. Sysbird Legacy, thanks for the 14. Coloss AOC 2 with the 29 months. Thanks for the stream. Keep it going. Thank you, man. Griffin Feathers also dropping the 300 bits. Cheers for that. There's a barracks from Villa. So you might be wanting to get some... Either wants to drop stables or simply just get some pikemen on the field. I think pikemen makes sense. This monk is going for a further relic. Honestly, that monk should go for this relic. We'll see if he decides to do that. But I think that's kind of what makes sense. 4th TC for Vinchester as well. So Vinchester doesn't look afraid to take it into the late game. I would be afraid. You don't want to go late game against Burgundians. I feel like Burgundians just have a better late game than you. And the fact that Vinchester is not... Now he's doing a monastery Villese. Huh. And a stable. Yeah, Villese is also going for the far relic right away. This is a really late addition to compete for the relics. I'm a little bit confused about that, but okay. Full Paladin, don't stop Flemish Revolution? No. Now, keep in mind, wait. Is Flemish Revolution already nerfed, or is that supposed to come in the next patch? I think it's already nerfed, right? Am I saying something else, by the way? Am I not saying Flemish Revolution? It was nerfed? Next patch. Wait, what? Nerfed. I think it's nerfed. So Flemish Revolution they don't do as much damage against buildings, and their bonus damage against cavalry has been slightly lowered, if I remember correctly. And it's more expensive, yes. But it's still gonna be a ridiculously strong upgrade. Vinchester is actually catching up. It's only 4 villagers behind, and he's doing handcart now. So for all the great economy that Burgundians is supposed to have, Vinchester has done a really good job keeping up. Look at the idle TC time. It's almost 2 minutes more for Villese. So maybe the earlier 4th TC didn't really benefit him as much as we may have thought. 5th TC coming in as well. As Villa now wants to go for the relics. Cheeky Vinchester Stonewall on the top side as well. So there will be no entrance for Vinchester anywhere to get the relics. For Villa. So I really like the way Vinchester has been approaching this so far. It's gonna have 5 relics. Stonewalling off the map. So considering the stone walls, I take that back. I think onager cutting might be an option after all. They were nerfed on May 3rd. Their anti-cav bonus was changed from +12 to +8. Yeah, it's still obviously very strong, but I think full paladin should stop it. The issue with full paladin is that it's so expensive. So even if you think it might stop it, it's never going to be cost effective for you. And keep in mind, you may have 40 or 50 paladins. He's going to have 150 Flemish militia. It's crazy. Aren't 5 relics half a victory? Yes. And no. Cannot base the game around the relics in many ways. Wait. Am I missing a relic here? There's the 3rd? 4th? Where's the 5th relic? One? Blue TC? Bottom map of red TC. What? It was on the right corner. Yeah, but where's it now? There's 3 in there. Oh, both of them are here now. Okay. Okay, so there are the last 2 relics coming in. Okay. Imperial Age is on the way for both players, by the way. We have roughly a 50-second advantage for Villese. Villese is now adding infantry upgrades. And look at Villese, he's adding another 2 TC, so he has what? How many TCs is that going to be? It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 town centers. If that doesn't speak Flemish Revolution, then what does? Gonna go pikemen. No, like he's doing infantry upgrades for the Flemish militia, obviously. And Vinchester reacting with fortified walls because he's afraid of the Flemish. But you know what? I want to see Alniger. Another town center. Villese should just do one Alniger. Oh, there it is! He's gonna Alniger cut and just rush in with the Flemish Revolution. So Alniger upgrade coming in immediately. Wait, the issue though is that he only has 112 villagers so far. Not sure about this. Villese is obviously trying to kill him right away. Let's see what Vinchester sees here. He doesn't see the Alniger yet. He sees a castle. He knows Villese is chopping here. And he is going for Paladin. Ooh, I'm not sure if that's the right play. He is going for Paladin. He doesn't see the Mangonel, which is just 1 tile out of reach. I wonder if Villese will wait until he has more vills before he goes. Like, he has Alniger done now, so in theory he could already go. But I'm wondering if he will wait until he has more villagers. Okay, he's doing it now. He's doing it. 5 seconds. It's coming. It's happening, boys. It's happening. 135 military is on the field. Villese, you need to start producing villagers again. You need to make villagers. Vinchester is trying to react with walls, but the issue is that walls don't stop. He can just keep chopping the trees. But the militia are in. He has queued up 12 villages now, so he's gonna start reboom behind this. But this is why this upgrade is so stupid. Just like that, there's 136 military on the field. And keep in mind, this has been nerfed. This has been nerfed, guys. Vinchester has 17 military on the map. 1 TC is gone, there's trebuchets. And he's making units that are countered by this unit. Trying to react with a castle. There's 2 castles here. But yeah, that's the issue, there's trebuchets as well. 2 trebs are in production as well. The militia are just spreading everywhere. Still 134 of them. Town center is going down. It's going for throwing axemen as the counter. I'm not sure how good they do. Seems alright. Question is just if he takes too much damage before he gets the numbers that he needs. It's already 25 villagers for Villese as well, right? So Villese is recovering his economy quite fast. The big chance he also gets the relics, right? All the 5 relics are there. Another town center down. Gotta keep an eye on the population here. Only 80 military left. You know what? It looks to me like Vinch might be holding it for now. 60 military left. The castle on the bottom survived. There's still 6 throwing axemen here. Okay, that castle went down. That was crucial. I think Vinchester is fine. Throwing axemen are doing a good job here. They have full upgrades. 3 trebuchets though. Villese still gained a massive ground here, right? He's taken out 2 castles. He could potentially work on the monastery and get the relics. But I think Vinchester is holding. Don't get me wrong. Villese still has a massive initiative. He still has enough units to keep this push going. I think Vinchester made a big mistake fighting with his axemen here. He needed to keep those axemen alive so he could actually micro them, hit and run. Right now, losing those axemen probably lost him any chance of holding this. Like Vinchester still has double the villager count. Also not even... Oh, he has fletching on the town centers, but not enough. Yeah, he's losing too many TCs in economy. And by the time he's stabilizing... Like, this is what he needed to do, right? You need to keep those 8 to 10 throwing axemen he had earlier to micro them. Yeah, now he's gonna lose the relics as well. Losing all his castles. And by the time he has stabilized, Villese has boomed back to a really healthy economy. 63 villagers are ready for Villese. But only 40 military left for Villese. If he cleans up these Flemish militia now, he could go for the trebuchets, which he is doing right now. Just archery range. I guess Hankemners is going to be the next thing for Villese here. 1 trebuchet down. This is still going to be a close game, guys. Funnily enough, I think this is still going to be a close game. I don't think Villese straight up won the game here. But yeah, going for chemistry now, conscription. Hankemners are going to be really hard for Vinchester to deal with. Populations are identical. Yeah, okay. This is going to be interesting. Going to be very interesting. The big thing here is that Vinchester kept the 5 relics. That's huge. If Villese stole those 5 relics in the process, it would have been very, very tough to for Vinchester to come back. But you know what? This is a very close game. Kind of think Vinchester is in a favorable spot. Again, the biggest issue for him is now, how do you deal with Hankemners? That is the problem. Ooh, big energy shot here. Yeah, a little bit sloppy micro from Vinchester. I think he's diving too deep. Yeah, not a big hit. Yeah, he's giving less crazy value here with the few units he has. Okay, so what's the situation? They have the same villager count. Villese does have better technology. Villese does have better position though. Vinchester does have the 5 relics. But yeah, I still think Villese probably has a very favorable position. But also Vinchester did fairly good hold, has to be said. Vinchester doing cavalry upgrade now. I guess he still wants to commit on cavalry to deal with the Hankemners. But keep in mind that you can produce Flemish militia from town centers as well. So in theory, Villese could make more Flemish militia. Can't he just revolt again? No, it's a one-time research. It's a one-time research. Switching down here now, wants to put pressure on the castle on the bottom and the resources there. Goes for the town center first. Another seed workshop. I'm surprised Villese hasn't taken the relics. They're giving so much gold to Vinchester here. But yeah, Villese has such an easier way to max out. He's going to be maxed out very fast, while Vinchester is still kind of in the stabilizing zone. Making cavalry now, doing cavalier. To be fair, cavalier and axeman is a super powerful composition. So if it gets those numbers going, and suddenly has like 20 axemen with 20 cavalier, that's a really hard army to stop. But yeah, the only thing holding Villese back right now is being housed. Still, it's going to be a very uphill battle for Vinchester, but at the same time, I think you got to give a lot of credit to Villese for how he... First of all, how Villese made the push happen. It was very smooth. It's like adding those extra TCs on the way to Imp, getting those extra villages out there, and then force the push super fast. And then the boom as a follow-up. Very, very nicely done by Villese. And also, Vinchester reacting very nicely to deal with it as well. He has a very solid eco up here, right? How many villas do we have up here? We have 98 villagers. That's definitely enough to keep going, right? But he's losing control of his golds, losing the relics now. Castle from Villese coming up in the face. He lost the castle on the bottom. It's all pointing in the direction of Villese here. You deserve no credit for using that tech. I still think it is a very... It is a broken tech, for sure. But I still think it is a... You still have to do it right to make it work. And I think Villese did it right. And guys, keep in mind, Villese was down 2-0. He was down 2-0. Okay, Vinchester releases the army. He thinks this is the moment he has to go. There's not enough Flemish militia in there to make damage happen, so Vinchester should clean this up. There's not enough units here for Villese. Pikemen is now coming in as well, so Halberdier Hankineers is probably going to be the play here for Vinchester. Castle coming up in the perfect time, those who will always have the castle to fall back to. Bomber cannons out as well. He will clean up the trubs and the bomber cannon. But I still think Villese is trading effectively enough. I think he also cleaned up the villagers in the bottom. So Vinchester is still barely holding on. It looks super hard for him still. What would you have done in Vinchester's position? I think Vinchester had to identify that the way for him to hold was to micro his axemen a lot. And he didn't really micro them, he kind of just let them fight. And I think that was the biggest thing. If he had microed a little bit better the axemen, that may have been his way of holding. But now it's... Besides that, I don't really think there is too much else he could have done. I think he did a mistake as well. He was taking into like cavalry units early imp, which wasn't really ever going to be an option. Look, he's trying to go for some counterattack now with the cavalry. That could be one way to try and make something happen. Yeah, giving the 5 rugs to Burgundians. Feels bad, man. And yeah, Villese is reaching the unbeatable composition now for Franks. Vinchester has 0 gold income, and he has kind of no way to get gold income either. And Villese, on the other hand, will have 5 relics, all the gold income in the world, and he's heading towards the composition of Halberdier and Hankineers. And it's not only that, the Hankineers have plus 25% damage. So if you click the Hankineer, 17 plus 4. They do 21 damage to begin with. So it's just... I don't see Vinchester having any army to deal with this. I haven't complained too much, Nikov. I'm a professional caster, unbiased caster, you know. So I've been quite nice on it. But I did mention it as we hit Imperial Age and suddenly there was 135 military versus 12. I did mention that it is quite ridiculous. Which it is. But yeah. Like, I want the devs to see this game. This is the type of game the devs should watch and be like, yeah, this is stupid, you know. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to still keep trying to convince them that this tech does not belong in the game. But yeah, whether we can do that is a whole different story. Maxed out versus 150 population. This might be the final fight of the game. Villese taking the convincing trade. All the cavalry are gone, and the Hankineers can now work their way through the axemen. This is obviously the decider game. Vinchester was up 2-0. He doesn't want to resign. When you're up 2-0 and the comeback is now complete, Villese will take the win, and he will advance into the next round with a very good comeback. Takes mental strength to come back as well, being down 2-0. So massive credit to Villese for that as well. Vinchester also did play really well, all things considered. But this technology is just hard to deal with. Rob Norby, I haven't trained anything for the chess competition. I think I will just play some chess tomorrow and Thursday. And like just play some chess. I don't think I'm gonna like train for it. I'll let my natural talent show through. Great job to Villese, coming back from the hell. KD, quite solid. Obviously, buildings. That's the reason he takes some of the buildings is because he has Flemish Revolution. Look at the timeline. Yeah, this makes sense. Strategy game, they said. 136 army high. Technology. Yeah. Yeah.